Good morning, it's Tuesday, 28th of March. Some breaking news, some really good news. Marine A, who was sentenced for murdering a combatant in Afghanistan, has had that ruling overturned and it's now been changed to manslaughter, which is still wrong. But he's now been sentenced to 7 years and he will be out in a few weeks' time. This is fantastic news as far as I'm concerned. Marine A was put in... Marine A, his name is actually Alex Blackman. And he was put in a position by his superiors where they didn't want to send in a convoy or a helicopter to bring out a dying combatant. And they said in military tones, basically over the radio, sort it out. Alex Blackman did just that. It may be in contravention to the Geneva Convention, but what would have happened if the same one of our boys had been caught by the Taliban? They'd have been stripped naked, they'd have been beaten, they'd have been dragged through the streets behind a car, probably been burnt, all sorts of horrific things that have happened to him. This guy who Alex Blackman shot had already been shot by an Apache helicopter. If you've seen an Apache helicopter firing rounds, if you have got any idea what that does to the body, it rips part of you off. I can almost guarantee that Taliban combatant was dying. If anything, he was probably put out of his misery. Some people will say, oh no, you shouldn't have done that, you shouldn't have done that. Would you then be the people saying, oh, that's terrible, 4 more British were killed on their way trying to get an injured person out of a combat zone? And then finding out that injured person was actually someone who was trying to kill British servicemen. So that's, in my view, it is great news. It's quite a sad story. Hello Wellington. This is my assistant newsreader for the day by the looks of it. Yeah, and I think poor Alex was put in a situation where be damned if he does, damned if he doesn't. And he took responsibility. He had 18, 19-year-old soldiers with him that were wanting to kill this guy anyway, because their lives had been put in danger. And he took the responsibility on himself. And our justice system, as always, has destroyed someone who fought for his country, put his life on the line for his country, faced death on a daily basis. What have you faced, judges, on a daily basis? Well, I think soon you'll probably be facing death on a daily basis because people are fed up with you. So let's hope that Alex can get home to his family, friends, and try and rebuild his life. I hope somebody starts a FundMe page for Alex. If nobody does, I may well do it myself, but normally somebody gets there first, because he's going to struggle financially, he's going to struggle to find work, and this man deserves a hero's reception. Outside the appeal courts today, it was almost magical. You had ex-Marines wearing their green berets. You had the public for once behind our servicemen. Something that we need to do. That brings me on to something else. On Saturday, 1st of April, yeah, I know it's April Fool's Day, but this isn't an April Fool's joke. there's going to be a march against terrorism. And I think this is very, very important. If nothing else, to show these people we're not afraid. But further than that, we need to see that people are wakening up to the fact that Britain is beginning to be lost. We're beginning to be lost like the rest of Europe. I don't know why I always look over there when I say the rest of Europe. I don't even know whether Europe is that way. It might be that way, or that way. I don't know. But a lot of Europe has been lost to Islamification. And that's not what we want for Britain, is it? Is that what you want? Well, I certainly don't. So the first thing to do is stop the terrorism. And the people who can do that, it isn't actually us, it's the government. But what we can do is get on the government's back until they do something about it. The first thing they need to do is to acknowledge it. Acknowledge it exists. The Westminster incident. Oh, no. It was nothing to do with Islam. No. It was just a guy acting on his own. Funny how all these things happen and these guys are of Middle Eastern probably ethnicity by the looks of them. They've got these lovely little beards. Oh, I ought to shut up, I'm getting on myself. And but never got anything to do with Islam, even though ISIS have said, yeah, he's one of our foot soldiers. I know they'll probably claim everything and anything, but the fact that they want to and have claimed it, then it puts some credence into the fact that it probably was an Islamic attack. Why else would he do it? He's just having a bad day. Went to get his packet of cigarettes from the local shop and they didn't have his brand. Yeah, I know. So he just decides he's going to mow down and kill innocent people. Yes, I know. I'm trying to do something. Please excuse the noise bag. Yeah, I know. But this, I've given up trying to make this channel too professional because I can't do that until I've got some kind of small studio. Yeah, I know. So, the message I was trying to get through, which is a very serious message, is please come along to the March Against Terrorism. Forget whose idea it is. You may not agree with the politics of the people organising it, not their political group anyway. It's Britain first, so you know. But that's not the point. They're not marching against Islam. Perhaps in some of their minds, so that's part of it. But the march is against terrorism. It's to show that we British we're just not afraid of these scum. We're willing to put ourselves in a big group and somebody could throw a hand grenade in. Well, I hope that's not putting you off. Well, I'm not afraid because people died in the First World War, Second World War, knowing they were fighting for their country and it meant something to them. We seem to have lost that. We seem to have lost the guts. So we need to rekindle that spirit and bravery and be willing to die for what we believe in. We've been very lucky, if you think about it. Being an island, we haven't been hit that much. And also, you think about some of the countries that have been at war for years now. That is going to be us. It is coming here. And the best way of stopping it is before it starts. Once it's here, there's going to be a lot of people killed. There's going to be people starved to death. Because once something like that happens, civil unrest, law breaks down, and you can't just pop to the supermarket. Your money's meaningless means absolutely nothing whatsoever. So stop it now before it happens. Come along on Saturday, 1st of April. Let's meet at Charing Cross Station, leaving there at 1 PM. Even if you're outside of London, I'm sure you can afford a train ticket at a weekend. Come down and feel the camaraderie that will be there, and that sense of achievement to know that you've done something to say, no, we're not putting up anymore with this terrorism. The government, you need to sort it out now. Otherwise, we will do something about you, the government. We can't fight terrorism on our own because we're not armed. That's a whole another issue. I don't know about that issue myself. I don't know whether people should be armed or not, but in this dangerous world it's seeming more and more feasible that to be able to survive in the world you may need to be armed, but then again that's a totally different issue. So Saturday 1 PM, Charing Cross Station. Come along. There's already over 550 people attending, with over 1,500 people considering attending. Of that, to be honest, you'd probably be lucky to get half. But you can change that. If you're one of those thinking about attending, come along and attend. It's a march against terrorism. And if anybody's got a problem with that, then they shouldn't be in Britain anyway. They need to off. Because we are marching against terrorism and the Islamification of this country with radical terrorists, even the moderate Islamic people who want Sharia law, which is a violent culture, and even the good Muslims, as they call themselves, still maintain that it's okay to mistreat women, etc. So it's not the greatest ideology in my opinion, but you may have different views to that. But terrorism, you must have the same view. So come along. If you find it's not for you when you get there, nobody's going to make you stay. But if we could have 4,000-5,000 people, then what's that saying to these people who want to try and terrorise Britain? Right, that's it for now. I will try and do a news channel without Mr. Noisy on my shoulder next time. And I shall see you soon. Take care, and I will see you Saturday.